If you follow me on Instagram, you have probably seen me post from right there at 5 a.m. You are joining Kezia from the blog and Instagram, The Whole Food Diary. I am a wife, mom, author, blogger, and I do it as a stay-at-home parent. So we're gonna have a chat today about the different ways that I make that work, the juggles of it, and getting up at 5 a.m. I've had so many questions about how 5 a.m., why 5 a.m., and then more broadly, being stay-at-home mom, but also fitting in work and how I do it, and how I manage my time. So I thought we'd put it here. So maybe firstly, look at, do you need to get up at 5? There's nothing magical about 5. If you work better late at night, it might be better to work late at night and then sleep at 5. I am much more productive at 5, but let's talk a bit more generally. So I had to look more broadly at my week and working with kids, and obviously this is a big conversation that takes into a lot of factors. We could do a deep dive in, but basically I looked at my week and I think you can come at it from two sides. You can come at it from where can I fit in hours to work or hours to myself, or you can look at what hours do I need and then fit them in, and you're probably going to get to a different number each time. For me, it was kind of a combo of the two. It was, I know this presence in parenting that I want, and so it was a bit of what hours are available, and then it was a bit of what hours do I need, and I kind of juggle and meet in the middle as we looked through the week. Big juggle, big conversation, but kind of look at your week, figure out, do you actually need, what hours do you need to work? What other factors are you working with? What are the other routines, and where can the hours go? I don't like multitasking. I don't like being on the clock for work and also on kids. There are definitely times when that happens for bits of work, bits of parenting, but I go into it knowing these are both I'm gonna be a subpar parent and I'm gonna work not so well, but for some reason it needs to happen and I'm choosing it. Otherwise, I have chosen that I don't want to work when I'm on as a parent. I also don't want to be paying for childcare. So that leaves me really, I am working with pre 6:30 in the morning, which is when their light goes green. Big tip. The color changing clock is brilliant for ensuring you get those work hours. So I know I can always work till 6:35. Then I have quiet time. Again, big tip. When they stop napping, begin a quiet time. I know that whatever happens, I will have an hour of quiet time each day to work with. And then after they go to bed, depending on what else is happening in the evening. So those are kind of my slots of time to work with. And then I also have times when Jared has the kids and I am working, but I'm actually trying to keep those to a minimum for different reasons. So because I have very limited time without them, the first thing I am very careful about is what activities I put in those times. So I don't do anything when the kids are asleep or in quiet time that I could do with them. So they do all the cooking with me, they do the laundry with me, so that those tasks are not done in quiet time. Now, they would be much faster to do in quiet time or after the kids were in bed, but I would rather spend longer doing them and buy myself time to work. So back to actual 5 a.m. Start with knowing how much sleep you need. So I need 7 hours sleep a night in general. I can do 1 or 2 or even 3 nights with like 5.5 to 6 hours and I will still be able to function. So my goal is always 7-hour night. So then I count back from 5. That means being in bed ready to sleep at 10. So then you need to be strict with your evening to make sure you're in bed at 10. Then I plan out the time really well. This actually looks like planning out all of my work time. Some of that is structured planning out, this is what I'm going to do at this time, and I have it in my planner for the week or for the day, but sometimes it's just a list of tasks. If I know a task has to be done, it goes on the list. I handwrite it. I just find that easier for some reason to log it in my brain, so that when I get up at 5, I'm not then having to think, okay, what am I doing? I might not be awake enough to think that, but I am awake enough to look at a list and go, okay, send that email, write that post, edit that, whatever it is, and having a list there makes me use my time really, really well. The list also helps me if I do get those kind of 10-minute pockets where the kids play. It means I can go to the list and just grab a task that will fit in the time and do it and cross it out. So keeping a really good list helps me at 5 a.m. Also, know what you do well at 5 a.m. Everyone wakes up differently at 5 a.m. and different days I wake up differently. Some days I wake up and I'm just awake and alert and ready to go. Other days I feel more sluggish. And so kind of quickly assessing what's going to be my best use of this time. Prep ahead in the practical things. So my alarm goes off at 5 and I am in that spot by about 5:05. I don't press snooze. The reason I don't press snooze is because of all the other pieces. I know the effect on my week if I press snooze. So even if it would feel really good in the moment, I know, okay, how is it going to feel at 6:35 when my kids get up if I've hit snooze? What's that going to mean for the rest of my day? What's it going to mean for the rest of our week? What's it going to mean for income and deadlines? And so I have a really good idea of why I need to get up at 5 and why I've set my alarm for that time. Knowing the ramifications help me to just get up when I need to get up. Our house is not small, it's a wonderful house, but we sleep very close to our kids. We actually recently got a sound machine that really helps with keeping them asleep, keeping Jared asleep if I'm waking up and he's not. The other thing that I have done is just take my phone from beside my bed, it's my alarm, and then I will go to YouTube and put on white noise. I'll put on white noise just to get me downstairs till I'm sitting and silent and the kettle's boiled, and then I can switch it off and get on with my work. So if you don't have a sound machine, that can really help to get from one part of the house to another. Then I come downstairs, the kettle is already filled. Don't overfill the kettle. Don't boil more water than you need and waste energy. The kettle is filled. Boil that kettle. Confession. I use instant coffee in the morning. I found one that I like. Comes in glass, fair trade, organic, and just keeps the mornings quicker, simpler, easier, and more quiet. I actually put collagen in it in the morning, so I'm not just drinking coffee. That helps me. But we just do whatever we need to get ready for the morning so it is completely set out. Everything's charged, ready to go, so we can just sit down and work. It also means I am maximizing those minutes that I'm up in the morning, because I have 1 hour and 35 minutes and I only want to spend 5 of them getting from bed to actually being working. Another thing you could do, if you are not prepared to go instant coffee and a French press doesn't work, or whatever other method, you have a loud coffee maker, make it the night before, put it in a hydro flask. It will still be piping hot and ready to go in the morning. I've got my coffee, I'm sitting right there, and I like to set myself up for the rest of the day. So if I have things that I'm gonna need to do in nap time, I set myself up for that. Anything that I don't want to be on my mind while I'm with the kids that morning. So if there's something that needs doing, I'll get it done then. At the end of the time, when I know that that clock is about to go green, I will just begin to wrap up, make any notes of anything I didn't get done that I need to carry forward into quiet time, so that those are the first things I can take care of either in quiet time, or if I get a 10-minute chunk of time where the kids are occupied through the morning. So I kind of close it out, write my little list, and then I close my laptop and I'm on parenting. I hope that kind of little overview helps. And I wouldn't be a good person on YouTube if I didn't say down there you can subscribe and get a new video each week. So this is cheers to you, whatever your work or parenting or combo of the two world looks like. Cheers to you and happy working.